Okay. I don't know where to start. For those of you who are new here, hello, welcome to my channel. I am an art channel. I'm still kind of trying to figure out what exactly my art channel is going to look like. I'm still a very small creator, so I have the opportunity to just kind of change and experiment with different things, which I'm very grateful for. I haven't uploaded super consistently over the years, and it's given me an opportunity to slow down, just kind of like review some of my old videos and figure out where I could improve and like do better. And one of the things, which I'm not doing very well right now, but maybe I'll edit it down, is having super long intros, realizing that I ramble a lot. Not a lot of people are going to want to stick around to listen to me ramble. That being said, if you guys clicked on this video because of the title, then we are in the same boat and having to deal with trying to make something like this, whatever it is for you, whether it's YouTube or another separate passion that you have, work for you and like turn it into something that you can do for a living, not have to work for late stage capitalist America and have your soul be chipped away at for years. It's been a while since I've done any drawing again, and that just happens when you work a regular retail 9-to-5 job. You know, I am living in my own place, which requires me to pay rent. A lot of my time and energy goes to working that full-time job. I don't know what everyone else's job experience is like when you're working full-time. I work the typical 40-hour work week. I honestly can't even imagine working any longer than that. I don't know how you guys do it, because just working the 40 hours alone is so tiring and so exhausting. And I'm talking to both you guys and myself, but there's going to be times where you just don't have the energy to create stuff, to create content, make artwork, you know, whatever it is, and that's okay. And that's something that I have to like constantly remind myself, because I'm 25. I'm 25 years old. Yes, I'm 25 years old. I just feel really behind. It's because I keep comparing myself to the people that I see on YouTube or on Instagram. I see that they are not much older than me or even younger than me, and they're already at the level of success that I would like to be at, but I'm just not there. And I feel so behind because of it. But just recently I've been realizing the importance of going at my own pace and just doing what I can do, like doing the best that I can do, and not beating myself up or overworking myself, because ultimately that's just not going to lead anywhere productive. That's essentially what I want to talk about. Me and my boyfriend, we've been traveling, and that, you know, the traveling was really nice. It was nice to go visit friends and family. The traveling took up a lot of time. Then we both got sick, having to continue working our full-time retail jobs, which I have no more sick time. And it's insane to me how little sick time is available for people, at least in America, from my own experience. I don't know why I just hit myself like that, but I guess I just wanted to make this video to let other people know that you're not alone. It's also nice to talk things out to a camera for myself, to help me like work through some things. I don't know, like, where do I go from here? Yeah, I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say is I feel a little bit in a rut. I haven't been making a lot of artwork, and I'm kind of feeling like a wall when it comes to starting up drawing again. Walking you guys through my own personal process of how I start to get back into drawing again and like creating content. I think the biggest advice that I have is to just jump into it. With the type of job that I work, I'm able to listen to stuff in the background while I'm working, which I greatly appreciate. I've worked many jobs in the past being a lot more customer facing, and absolutely hated those jobs. To you guys who are working those jobs, I wish you all the best, and I hope that you guys are okay. But while I'm working, I'm able to listen to podcasts. I listen to a lot of like how you can improve your content and all of that. And I just noticed recently that I've been way too in my head when it comes to making content again. Like I've just been trying to like picture the perfect scenario, the perfect way to come back and make content again, and how I can like do things better and all of this stuff. But it's all in my head. I'm not actually doing anything to move forward. Just start making the thing. There's no amount of preparation of trying to research stuff and trying to like get all your ducks in a row before making the content that is going to help you. Because what's going to help you is ultimately just sitting down, getting in front of the microphone and the camera, and shooting the shit. And so for whatever it is that you guys are wanting to do, just do it. Just do it. Anyways, I'm breathing into the camera a lot. I'm breathing into the microphone a lot. I know when I first started my YouTube channel, I feel like the hardest step was coming out with your first video. It takes a lot of guts to get in front of the camera and edit your video and upload it. And it's going to suck. It's going to be bad. For my perfectionistic people out there, I get it. Cause like I don't want to be bad. I don't want to look dumb on the internet. I don't want to look awkward and weird on the internet as well. But like, if you look at my beginning videos, I am so awkward, and that's just how it is when you first start out something. Is this like a pep talk for myself? I don't know. I'm sorry if this is not clicking with anyone, but at my age, my old age of 25 years old, I do feel like this is where a lot of people around my age feel like they're behind, feel like they're not accomplishing enough, you know, even if they have gotten to a much more level of success than I have, still feeling like they're not doing enough. I feel like just recently I've come to realize that the most important thing is just being present in your life, because, you know, I'm going to be 26 kind of soon. I don't want to be spending all of my young years feeling like I'm not doing enough, beating myself up for not being successful right now. I just want to be present, and I want to make friends, because as a young adult, it's very common for your high school friends to kind of like drift off. I also live in a different state than where I went to high school, so I'm not even in the vicinity of those people anymore. That's kind of a video that I was wanting to make separately. It's a whole other video I can make. Is trying to make friends as an adult is very difficult because everybody's busy, and, you know, I feel like a lot of people are just exhausted from their full-time jobs that a lot of people don't want to go out and try and make new friends. For when I am going long periods without drawing, the best way for me to get back into that is just simply picking it back up again. Also, like listening to myself and knowing when I really need to just step back and genuinely take a break and recharge, and allowing myself to do so as well. The next best thing is sitting down and making the artwork. No matter how bad it looks. Before sitting down and recording this, I have done a little bit of drawing on the side, and it's felt very shaky and very like rusty. That's okay. And it's okay if my art doesn't look good right off the bat. Because I feel like there have been times where I go long periods without drawing, and then I sit down and I start drawing. It looks so good and it feels so effortless, thinking that it's always going to be like that whenever I have long breaks between my art, but that's just not how it is. Future Leah here to add a little bit more advice that hopefully isn't as vague as I've been. One of the things that I've implemented in my day-to-day is setting aside just an hour a day to do whatever creative work that I'm wanting to do or have been meaning to do. And I know for other people's schedules, you know, you might not have that much time even. You can lessen the time to your needs. It could be 30 minutes, it could be 20 minutes, it could be even like 10 minutes. Just setting aside a small amount of time in your day to dedicate to any sort of creative work that you want to do. It definitely took me some time to wrap my head around setting aside such little time for myself to do creative work. But since I've been doing this, it is a lot of time. Like when you add up all of the days, setting aside an hour each day, it adds up to a lot. And yes, it is a bit slower of a pace, but it's sustainable. And if one day when that hour that you have set aside for creative work comes up and you feel like you need a break, or you just don't feel the energy to do that, then you can spend that hour relaxing and recharging. If there's enough people that like this video, that found this video helpful, maybe I can do a separate video on how to recharge your creative batteries properly, because I feel like just scrolling on TikTok or doing like mindless social media, that's not really that helpful. Anyways, another piece of advice that I would give is, and this doesn't have to only pertain to like drawing art or like painting art, finding a way to make your art station easily accessible and is like the lowest barrier to entry, if that is the right phrase, trying to lower the resistance to creating artwork. And for example, for myself, I don't have a lot of my traditional artwork out and like easily accessible. I do have some stuff, so it helps me kind of get into traditional art if I want to. One example for traditional artwork is I have this pencil case. I can literally just have it on my desk or pop it in my purse if I want to try and do some drawing on the go. It's a relatively compact pencil case. How do I do this? I'm a beauty influencer. It has just a simple like erasers, a nice fancy mechanical pencil, which you don't have to have. You could just have a regular mechanical pencil. This was a gift for me. I'm rambling again. And I also have a pencil sharpener. So just keeping stuff like this available for you to grab or just start drawing, whatever, is really nice. For my digital art, it's not super aesthetic, but it is very accessible and it's very easy for me to just pick up and draw. But I keep my iPad, and I also have a stand for it. I keep it like right next to my desk on the floor. I keep looking over here because it's on the floor right here. I keep my iPad on the floor, okay? But it's on the stand. It's not going to get stepped on. I'm very careful with it. It has a case on it, so it's fine. I also keep my Apple Pencil in here, and it has my, what are they called? Drawing gloves? It's like the gloves that you have on your hand to keep your palm from like making marks on the iPad and like being detected by the iPad. I keep my charger in here. I keep any extra small Apple accessories because they love to have such tiny accessories that are easily lost. I keep all of that in here. And I also keep this right next to my iPad. I've been taking such a long break from social media in general, from both Instagram and YouTube. Those are my main ones. And I've just been spending a lot of time figuring out what matters to me and realizing that what matters to me is not virality. It's not getting super popular on the internet. It's doing what I love and meeting cool people and making really great connections and healthy relationships in my life. And that's all I want. I don't want to go super viral on the internet and just have all of these eyes on me all at once. That's not what I want. And I just want to create a small little community that boosts each other. A small community that boosts each other up, and that this can be like a positive place and somewhere people can come to like not feel so alone, essentially. For anyone out there who feels like you just don't have the time or the energy to make art, create stuff, whatever. I get it. I am totally feeling it and very in that right now. I just feel exhausted all the time. And I guess my best advice is listen to your body. If you need a break, you can take a break, and that's okay. The paper is always going to be there for you when you sit back down again and you can start drawing again. It may be rusty, and that's okay. It'll just take a little bit to get back into it. Another bit of advice I could give you, if you're able to, I know that a lot of people's situations don't really allow it, but if you're able to, try and find a job that works for you, that works for your schedule. For me personally, I've found this job that it's not super customer facing. I'm mostly doing stock kind of stuff. It's not as draining for myself. I will say no, I'm not going to say it. Never mind. I don't know who's going to see this. But however, it is still draining enough for me that I have started to branch out and try and find another job. That was something that I was alluding to in my previous videos. I went back to school, not college. It's a very basic certification program that I went through. And then in order to have better chances at getting the type of job that I'm looking for, I needed to take a test that is very, very hard. I studied for a very long time to do that, and that was also what caused me to take such a long break from YouTube and art as well. And I passed the test. I passed it. Barely. I passed it. Sorry, I say all of this long tangent to give you guys the advice of try looking for jobs elsewhere that might allow you to have a bit more flexibility with your schedule. Also looking into what is required for those jobs as well, seeing if there is some sort of basic certification program that you can go through. I'm sorry, I don't have much better advice than that. I live in late stage capitalist America, where you gotta pull yourself up by your bootstraps and run yourself into the ground with work. But I'm talking from personal experience, so take this with a grain of salt. I just happen to know some people who work in this field that I'm trying to get into. This is your regularly scheduled segment of Leah listens to way too many podcasts and doesn't have enough people to share them with. From the many podcasts at work that I listen to, I have plenty that I'm planning on sprinkling in any of my videos that I feel like could benefit from it. One of the podcasts that I listen to, it's called Creative Pep Talk by Andy J. Pizza. His episode number 431, I have it written down here because it's a long title, but it's called How to Get Out of Your Own Way When You Can't Seem to Start or Finish Something. I thought that there were some good points in that. Also, I would just recommend his podcast in general. It's really great. He has some really good tips to help creatives who feel like they might be in a rut or just need some coaching, need some pep, Not podcast related. There was a video by 10Hun. I think his channel name is 1000. He came out with a video titled, "This is Proof You're Wrong About Your Art." That one also had some really great notes in it too. It's a balance of both pushing yourself out of your own way and out of your comfort zone, and also realizing when you need a break and need a chance to just recharge your batteries. It's just kind of a cycle that you go through, and I feel like I've been doing a lot of resting and a lot of recharging. I noticed for myself recently that I was wasting valuable time being too perfectionistic about the idea of the stuff that I would create, like the idea of my content and my artwork. So I guess this is my gentle reminder to myself and to you guys that it doesn't need to be perfect. And in fact, it would be kind of boring if it was perfect. This might sound a little nerdy, but the best parts of most artwork are the humanistic details, not the super perfect circle that you draw. The most interesting bits of artwork are the pieces that stick out and aren't super uniform and perfect. Also, on the other hand, it's okay if you're so low on energy that you feel like you need a break and you don't feel able to do anything. And that's okay too. I think that's about all that I wanted to say. So, thanks for sitting and chatting with me. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you got something from it. I don't know. Just do it.